World Card Game Federation here with some North Kai matches. This will be round 2, finally making its way out onto the internet. Sorry about the length of time on this wait here, getting things out there. Just be perfectly honest, fellas, I got a whole lot of stuff going on outside of Dragon Ball. And right now, I have an odd situation. In real life, I'm a landlord. I had own a piece of property, and I had some trouble with some tenants. Long story. Really put in a heck of a lot of time, so I got delayed on everything. Hardly just Dragon Ball. All right, so the rolls are up. And to be perfectly honest, this is actually one time where I did get to watch most of the match already. Very rarely, because generally I go into these things cold. As far as that goes, I know that Ryan does get the first one. He's going to place Speedy Drill. I want to say it's Red Speedy Drill. I could be mistaken there. It has a little tap car on it. Hey, if you guys want a lesson in brokenness, like how broken can a card be, look up tap cars when entering combat effect in the old game. Blow your minds. Okay, Ryan passes turn, rejuvenates, goes back over to Andrew. Andrew's going to go ahead and spend much too long debating this first hand. To put this in another fashion, since I said I watched most of this match already, I got interrupted and had to start this whole recording over. Good old Andrew here and Ryan are both equally guilty of slow play. For those of you unfamiliar with the concept, basically a turn should be taking 30 seconds to a minute. And, you're coming basically the same decisions. Okay, he's going to pass, rejuvenate. Technically, that turn was probably almost 30 seconds. Not bad at all. Oh, he's going to go ahead and place this red drill and play. Can't remember its name. It's the one that lets you keep it. Get rid of it instead of the other drills. He pass, rejuvenates. Lifting knee. I can't remember the name of that one. Okay, it goes back over to Andrew. The thing is, though, you guys, just to let you know, I did not judge our little event here correctly in regards to players' slow play tendencies and not make it clear about how long a turn should be taking. So during the course of this little match, you guys are probably going to notice the very long time code on this thing. And you're not wrong. It's exactly what it sounds like. The game goes on excessively. So, okay, he passes, rejuvenates Speedy? That's Life May can't remember that. It's the non-styled energy from the newest set. Okay, he puts Dragon Ball 7 into play. Mills the top of his life deck. I'm not really sure what does that. Then it goes over, he's got Red Despair Drill in play. He's going to go ahead and pass and rejuvenate Red Blast. I want to say the one that banishes a drill. And it goes back over to Andrew. Andrew here puts out 2 visiting the pass. And it looks like I always forget the name of that particular drill. It's the one that lets you place a card, style card for every time you stop an attack, so it's kind of neat. Alright, he passes, rejuvenates, goes back over to good old Ryan. Ryan here is carrying, it looks like, am I seeing that right? Okay, so you're going to pass and rejuvenate. Despite the incredible slow plays that will happen later in the tournament, this one actually at the beginning here is fairly brisk. That's why I thought there wasn't going to be that problem in this one, because people were flipping right along. But I'm also watching our time code here and realize how long this match has left. Okay, now, to me, that's an extremely promising hand. Were I playing it, I'd probably open up with a confrontation, knock an attack or a block out of Ryan's hand, weather whatever he's going to throw, go ahead and throw then, get like a Kamehameha, Destructo Disc, something like that, and then, of course, in the next action, finishing the whole thing off with a Blinding Energy move. Now, I would do that. Andrew doesn't have to worry about losing any Dragon Balls of note because he carries the 1. All that stuff, I probably would have went into this combat just to give you guys a heads up. He does not. He passes, rejuvenates, he holds on to confrontation. I got an odd thing to observe about confrontation. So just so you guys remember, it came in on this turn and Andrew's still holding. It goes back over to Ryan. Ryan's going to go ahead and place, looks like a card into play. Can't see it. Huge drill. One adds a life card of damage. I can't remember the other part of its effect. Okay, he passes, rejuvenates, goes back over to Andrew. Andrew puts in stylish pose, mental drill, hand gets exposed. Red retreat was in Ryan's hand all along. So my little plan we were talking about where Ryan would have just snagged the drill, banished it, ended the combat, would have come to pass, and Andrew would have probably wasted it. Okay, he's going to go ahead and put Kami's drill out into play. He's got Speedy Drill there, Red Collision, Red Retreat. All excellent things. Ryan could even, if he really, really wanted to, could leap in and harass Andrew with it. He's not gonna. He's gonna go ahead and end his turn and make Andrew mill a card. You were X number of Dragon Balls in play. Okay, looks like he's holding there. Playful Punch, Confrontation, and I can't make out the others, even though I saw him draw them a second ago. So this is Oh, okay, shifting maneuver, and I can't see the bottommost one because it's one of the ones that's printed a little differently. Okay, he's going to go and check out Speedy Dodge, which, you know, the card we see often enough. I know it became a staple in most of my decks from Red. Is that nice? Okay, he's got a spare mental drill. He could pitch it for the mastery. Between me and you guys, I would have went into that combat. He passes Rejuvenate Shifting Drill. He goes back over to Ryan. Looks like Ryan drew, looks like, ooh, Red Cannon, Red Duck. He's got Speedy Dodge Retreat. Oh, God, he's ready to weather any kind of storm that could be thrown at him, followed by a hasty exit. Really impressive. Very impressive. Okay, rejuvenates cannon, pass. Looks like Andrew loses a card from the effect of Kami's Drill. And look at this, look at this. Andrew's holding a pair of confrontations, and he's not going in just to whittle away and whack him senseless. Get a couple of mean shots in. I'd do it. I'd totally do it. So I believe Ryan here at this point, not to spoil it for you guys, like I said, since I've seen part of this one already, he's going to go ahead and pass on this one. He's actually not going to go in on a double confrontation hand. Maybe you guys who play super high level play understand that better than I do, but he's not going to do it. So the thing is, Andrew at this point has no reason to believe with the incredibly, what's that word, passive game that Ryan's playing with his Kami. I don't know why he's holding on to two visiting the past like he's going to get to use them. I don't know. I do not expect it. Okay, Ryan ends his turn, rejuvenates, and of course Andrew loses 2 for the effect of the drill. He gets a blue dominance out there, an incredibly effective card at this point. Not sure if there's any drills, but it could be useful if he got on level 2. He's still holding a confrontation. He still could offensively use the visiting the past. I don't know. Like I said, to me, I think it's an obvious play. Okay, he's going to pass, rejuvenate, a confrontation. That is the end of that. Okay, and then Ryan loses 2 cards to the effect of his own Kami Drill. He puts in 2 Dragon Balls into play. He ends his turn, passes rejuvenate. No, see, rejuvenates, and then he makes him mill the top 4. X is the number of Dragon Balls in play. Not bad. This is moving along a lot faster than I remember, but I'm going to say in about 5 minutes, the game really slows down. A lot of card reading, a lot of debating. So I wasn't aware of this, you guys. Like I said, during the tournament, I didn't have the opportunity to watch things the way that I probably should have, and it's rough. It's rough. I should have been there to start handing out all the penalties for messing around. So that's where I saw Blue Blockade. Couldn't remember where I saw it. Okay, so he's got Blue Guard, Pesky, Barricade. Of course, you put Barricade into play. I think the last card is a sphere, a makeshift sphere. So just so you know, we were about to pass a minute on this turn where no combat was attempted. Okay, he's going to go into combat on this one. I need to choose not to use Blue Dominance. I probably would have just for the effect of getting the level 2. Okay, he banishes this card for entering effect. Now he has the hit, lower their anger, red stop, red relaxation, red relaxation. Half a dead hand, in theory. So he's basically carrying an Omni and an energy block, not bad in the slightest.
I can shuffle Earth Call to go get
Oh yeah, I forgot. You can basically exchange a Dragon Ball for a drill with level 1 Kami's power. And that's awfully terribly handy. Okay, if I remember correctly, Andrew over here, from my previous viewing of this one, Andrew's going to go ahead and discard a card and pitch it for Resolute as his first action. There it goes. He's going to pitch it, banish it, and draw 2 cards to the effect of Blue Guard being discarded for Resolute. He's got a -4/-4 sitting in play, which isn't too shabby. Okay, he does push in Dragon Ball 1, which would be the most self-destructive at this stage of the game, to go ahead and pull out a drill. And I think he goes straight for a blocking drill. I still cannot remember the name of it, saved my life. That's the one that lets you lower your own anger to stop an attack, which is still very useful. Okay, with 3 life energy attack, he is fired.
Raise anger 1 or rejuvenate.
Okay, Mastery absorbs all the damage. The -4/-4 eats the whole thing up. Goes back over to Andrew. Okay, he uses Charging Drill's effect to generate an energy attack. He uses Blue Guard for that effect. He's going to go ahead and banish it to go ahead and draw 2 cards.
5 with Mastery -1.
Okay, 4 life cards of damage total. Not sure how he lost his life card there, but he's going to go ahead and take the life card damage. He chooses not to activate the drill. Can't say the level at all. He uses Convi's ability to go ahead and rejuvenate some cards. As you remember, that's the factor that helps to balance it out. If you can get into combat and use it, it'll help you to manage loss of life cards from its own milling effect. And looks like he's going to go ahead and lower his stages to go ahead and pay for Krillin's level 1 energy attack. I don't quite remember what it does. He's going to go ahead and let it go through. He holds on to that drill. I can't say the name of the slightest. He's going to go ahead and use the Mastery to duplicate 1. He's going to go ahead and grab Red Double Strike. So using the Mastery, it's an AT +2 physical. This gives me the +2 stages coming from the Mastery. He's got a +1 life out there from Huge Drill. So he's got enough. Okay, and I take it Andrew's holding on to that blue blockade. He just takes the hit. Okay, he takes 3 power stages and 1 life card, which is still pretty darn impressive. You know, from an AT, just AT damage physical. The problem is, Andrew's played too defensive a game for too long without actually holding on to too many blocks. He set himself up for getting hit by these little hits, keeping him with no power stages and causing all that trouble. He fires off a pesky barrage. It does not lower his anger, unfortunately, because Tactical Drill is in play on Ryan's side. He's going to stop it with Speedy Dodge, raise his anger to 3. He's going to throw the other shot of Double Strike, and now he's at 4 anger.
3 stages. Actually, what do you have? Okay, so 3 stages.
Okay, we're going to throw him 3 stage, 3 life physical attack, which is really rough. Okay, and Andrew's going to go ahead and take it again. So this is some of that slow play jazz. Relatively speaking, there's not really a whole lot of plays that can be made at this point. With no power stages, you can't use blue key build up. With no power stages, you can't finish off using the pesky barrage. Whole lot of things that cannot be done here. Okay, but stylish pose would be the obvious choice to go ahead and search out an ally, bring him into play, and then be able to try that out. The way I would just put it is this. Like I said, that level, silly me, I thought he was going for Android 18 because he's not carrying any more blocks. I guess, he's not worried about getting hit anymore considering what cards are actually in his hand and revealed because of Momentum Drill.
And I'll raise down and for my crit,
okay, he's going to use Stylish Pose's critical damage effect. He's going to go to Steel Ball 4. Now, if I remember correctly, Andrew just spent quite a bit of time looking over the cards in question. Like I said, I don't remember them most of the time either, so that's my fault. I can't even discern which one's which most of the time. Okay, let's see what's going on. He's to steal it.
My activation. I pass. Yep. I pass.
Andrew at this point is down to passing. There's not really any moves left to make, just given the deadness of his hand when he started. I can't say as I blame him.
Yamcha.
Okay, he's going to fire off Yamchas.
What is his?
It's a hit shuffle, and this is where he's going to go ahead and pay the cost for the mastery. Oh boy, that's the part that got me, is he could go ahead and push things along, start moving away some of those drills, and it's like, oh great. That means unfortunately that one will get stopped by the mastery, excuse me, the drill that stops the attacks from lower the energy, or lower the anger. You say, darn it. I should throw off a second pesky barrage. He spheres the red stop with that, and is beautiful. He's going to go ahead and take the damage now.
6, 4, 7.
How many cards is that?
He does end up critting him, doing exactly 5 life cards on a 7 life card energy. Not too bad. He's going to go and steal ball 6. Okay, Ryan's passing. He's out of moves. Okay, it looks like he's discarding blue key buildup. Okay, we're waiting for him to go ahead and filter through his discard pile. I know my first inclination last time was for him to be looking around, looking for viable targets the next turn, you know, for using the cast, but it's like, oh my gosh. Okay, kind of an obvious move at this point. He has red stylish pose, needs some power stages, and he could just go ahead and grab any of his other allies, which I might be just Android 18, I could be wrong about that. And we're almost to a flag on the play for slow play. Okay, and he has definitely used the drill that generates energy attack, so I don't mind that too.
I think he started off with blue guard from the match and then the blue guard from the match.
Wasn't sure if that was this.
Yeah, this is the first combat. So.
It's the longest combat, so I can see forgetting where you're at for a little bit there. I know I would. Okay, he fires off another pesky. It does connect.
25.
Another crit. I'd probably steal the last Dragon Ball at this point. There's the hard part here is I'm not looking far enough ahead. I already, know the future here, so I know that if you were to end his turn, relaxation will come into play, and all those Dragon Balls just become very, very viable targets instantly.
Apparently, actions are things that are done to me, or the two cards in hand, doing like attack.
No, speak up.
He's going to go ahead and rejuvenate a huge drill with the effect of Kami's drill here at the end of combat. He's going to go ahead and force Andrew to mill. And I'm not really sure what he's waiting for. He has a stylish pose in his hand, which will just end up in the discard pile if he chooses not to use it. So there's another one of those, hey, you've only got one obvious move.
Stylish pose.
He's going to go ahead and activate. Stylish pose with the from the hand ability. He gets Bulma out. Bulma gets to go ahead and target a card from the discard pile. He's going to put it under her, and she's going to go ahead and turn off that card for the remainder of the game. So it cannot be used by any player. Okay, Andrew's going to take a little while to choose. Just again to give you guys a bit of a heads up, he's going to go ahead and choose Red Double Strike, a very acceptable card to go ahead and use that for. Now the hard part here is technically Andrew could have targeted Red Relaxation and made Red Relaxation a dead card in Ryan's hand, but like between me and you guys, I wasn't going to spot that, so I can't grudge him anything. Like, yeah, grab that other, Red Relaxation, and then go ahead and turn to a dead card on Ryan's next turn. It'd be neat. It'd pressure him, force him to waste the turn. Okay, and that's been handled. Stylish pose has been resolved. I assume Ryan's going to go ahead and pass again because he's more than likely out of actions, and he has been for some time. What am I talking about? Uh-oh, James is yelling my name over there. Okay, and this combat's finally over. I think Andrew figured out that he was out of moves. All right, it goes back over, and it is good old Ryan's turn here. And like I said, he could have shut him down for the use of Red Relaxation. He's going to go ahead and mill from Kami's Drill effect. Okay, looks like he's got a good assortment of cards out here. Looks like he's got a couple of non-combats. It looks like he is going to go ahead and activate that Earth Dragon Ball 3, as I remember. And he's going to go ahead and keep his other ones in his hand for shuffling back fodder. Okay, Ball 3 goes into play. He draws the bottom 3 cards of his discard pile. Any 2 cards from his discard pile get to go back to his life deck. And my guess, he's oddly enough going to go ahead and shuffle both physical drills, which is a neat idea. Take a look at the size of the deck, you guys. For as long as this fight's going on, you'd think the other guy would just be dead. Okay, he puts in what, Surfing Drill and Relaxation. He passes, rejuvenates. Okay, he's going to go ahead and auto mill from the effect of Kami's Drill. X the number of Dragon Balls you control. Now, Andrew over there drew a couple of neat cards. Got Ball 6 out there. Probably can activate Dominance if he really wants a bunch of stages right now. So, like we said, let's bring up the specter of slow play again. Like we said, I probably would have given him a warning for that one and just said, hey, if you're going to do something, please do it. It would not have greatly affected it. Okay, he's going to go ahead and declare combat. He's going to offensively use Visiting the Past. A very good idea, good strategy, holding on to some of those cards that he did to, again, use them as fodder for the for Visiting the Past requirements. Andrew chooses not to use the second Visiting the Past after this combat. Can't say as a blame him. It's just that from the pattern he's seen, he cannot believe that there'll be a point in which he'll get to defensively use Visiting the Past. That it just wouldn't work that way. That's how defensive he's been. No. Okay, Ryan's going to take a little bit extra time here and go ahead and look over the cards here as far as what's in this card. Public knowledge, so it ends up causing a problem. Through the rules, you can know the contents of it, even though it's not his discard pile.
No prevention. 3, 4, 4. No prevention. These don't count anymore. So you can just take. Good thing I didn't have any luck, but I did anyway.
Okay, finally he's looked enough through the discard pile. Okay. And if Andrew's all done with his enterings, he goes back over to Ryan. Ryan does end up burning the same card, the identical card, for his entering effect. Okay, he does end up activating good old Red Relaxation. He's going to go ahead and double check. No, he already double checked what card he has on the bottom. He's going to go ahead and resolve it in order on the card, and one of those things he's going to go ahead and kill off Yamcha from the effect of the critical damage on entering, 2 stages, and then he gets to draw the card, draw a bottom card of his discard pile. Okay, it looks like he's got 2 dead cards there. It looks like he's got... There we go. He's got, of course, Dragon Ball, Dragon Radar, Lifting Knee, Collision. I just can't tell. Is that Retreat? It is Retreat. Okay. So he really has a hand that would help him through a lot of different things, in my own opinion. So we're spending a little bit of extra time here going over this. Between me and you, I don't think there's anything here that requires that much thinking.
first action.
Okay, Ryan's going to go ahead and place his deck over there in such a formation that he has everything the way he wants it. Okay. Okay. It's time to... So, I'm honest to God not sure what's going on here. There's me throwing a flag onto the play, blowing a whistle and saying, "Flag on the play! Delay of game." Like I said, I did not properly enforce the turn speeds we expected. I can't even knock our players. It's not that they knew, that I should have been strictly enforcing the slow play rules. One thing that makes it harder is that we had players in our local play group who did intentionally slow play events just to draw things out and hopefully hit a draw on a turn or a game they couldn't naturally win.
At least that ball went out.
Okay.
I just think swing against Vegeta because I never get a full power.
All right.
Seriously. I mean, I'm playing this game so hard.
Took a chance on that last combat. I decided to be blocked, and I was a card down.
So he's got another stylish pose he can get out to get another ally out. He's got a Destructo Disc, Pesky Barrage. Basically, he could just keep shooting if he could. If he could manage to get another ally out and get some stages going. Okay, somebody needs to make a finish making a move here. Alright. So let's see. Okay, he's gonna fire off Kami's attack. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, we're coming down to the wire. Very few cards left in Andrew's deck. Andrew has, like we said, a handful of things here. Me, I just, like I said, just nab a, what do they call that? Wow, he's even got Red Retreat out there in case he just wants to spontaneously end this. Okay, he's going to go ahead and rejuvenate X. X is for Kami's Drill. That is powerful. Híjole. So Andrew's in pretty rough shape here. He's taking a tremendous beating despite this game being the way that it has been. Okay, we use a stylish setup here, stylish pose, and grab Yamcha. Excellent choice, can't knock it. There it goes. Red Retreat. Sphered. Holy crud and a half. Stylish Pose is not banished. Goes to the bottom. And it is not ended. That's the card that was all sort of discolorated in the corner that I couldn't quite make out. Makes a lot of sense. Fires off the energy attack. It does hit. Fantastic. Looks like no endurance. Oh, endurance was found. Okay, fantastic. Moving along. At least damage is forcing the game. Use Red Energy Blast, Ally or Drill. How the heck could I forget that?
Raises my bigger one, so
Ooh. Saving Drill. He's going to go ahead and activate it. All of his drills remain in play. He goes to level 2. He hits that 5 anger.
Energy, at the time I played it, I was at 4 anger, so it'll do 7.
Okay, he's going to use Blue Blockade, wisely stopping an enormous energy attack. I would have done the same thing. Back over to Andrew. Let's see what he's got here. He's got a lot of different options. He still has not activated the Mastery this turn. Oh, darn. Or does he? Just realized without Yamcha out there, he can't finish Waylon with Pesky. And there are no more action made. It ends.
Kami level 2. Capture ball 7.
Oh, he's gonna start catching it back. Looks like the parenthetical level 2 lets him steal back Dragon Balls. Okay, Andrew's going to go ahead and unfortunately mill down just a bit from the effect of Kami's drill.
Kami Guardian Drill.
Okay, I'm not really sure what's causing Ryan over here to go ahead and rejuvenate cards. It should be Andrew's action. I don't know what he's holding on to there.
Serious. Ball 7 for ball 5.
He used the effect of ball 7 to go ahead and put ball 5 in the play. Oh darn! So it looks like this game is over. Looks like the passive mill actually did pretty good, and it did end up hitting here. And I'm gonna just take a wild guess, judging by our time code. Andrew did not have enough cards to be able to survive it. He ends up. He resolves Krillin's level 2 effect that makes him search out a style drill and style setup, put it into play. He gains some stages for doing it. All that stuff happens. Okay, combat ends. He mills 4. He begins his own turn. He puts out Dragon Radar. He's going to go past Rejuvenate Collision, which might have been. Oh my goodness! And that is the end of it, fellers. Yep, Andrew just took enough mill to lose, and the game she is over. Sorry, folks. I know we all kind of got a little woozy there. Like we said, the matches will be a little bit different going forward, and my apologies for not being there to keep calling time.